We're gone for 3 days, and Joe's packed an entire carry-on suitcase, and I just have a tiny little backpack.
Class is in session.
Oh my goodness. Guys, she's trying a new stand right there, and it's already fallen down 4 times. I said, just hold it.
It works perfectly.
We got a little gimlet. Okay, it's okay. We can talk like this.
Okay, so we're going on a road trip. A tiny little road trip. We're gonna go see my family. I haven't seen my grandma in a long time.
It's very exciting. I've never met her grandma.
Because of COVID, this air is way too much on me right
I'm
now.
boiling.
I need to talk. Anyways, I haven't seen my grandma in a really long time because Miss Rona decided to come visit, and I haven't been able.
Miss? If anything, that was a mister.
Anyways, so I'm excited to see my grandma. It's also my nephew's birthday, so we're going for that. And I haven't seen my parents since Christmas.
And
so
I bought an extra present because now I'm slowly pushing Anna into extra presents for the littles.
She likes to buy stuff.
My love language, baby.
Okay. And I haven't seen my parents since Christmas, so it'll be nice to see my parents.
I gotta order Tim Hortons.
So we have to.
Hi, could I get a medium double, please? And a bottle of water. Do you want a tea?
No, that's it. Thank you.
That's all. No problem. Thank you.
It's gonna be a 5-hour trip. We're going to answer some questions. Okay, so I'm gonna put.
You gotta shut this off. I can't have
just
music.
turn the volume down.
You turn it off.
Ah! I hate when you do that in my car.
Okay, wait. Why would you just turn the volume down when we're not listening to it?
I just like having.
Shut it off.
I just like having the radio be on. Like
just
I don't
like this slight hum in your car.
It's like every time that I get into my car, I know you've been in it because you turn my
if
radio
you're not
off.
listening to something, you turn it off.
Anyways,
I'm going to appeal to your frugal sense. Maybe having it on costs you more gas, and thus I'm saving you money.
Stop lying. I'm gonna put in the GPS.
We don't need the GPS. We're on the 401 for 47 hours. What do we need a GPS
And then you're
for?
just gonna wiggle your way through? You're just gonna guess?
We'll wiggle. When we have to wiggle, we'll ask. I don't want to go on a road trip no more.
She's a lot.
Need my coffee. Babe, your engine light's on.
Mm-hmm. It came on yesterday.
But maybe we shouldn't be driving into Montreal.
Why?
Because the engine light's on.
It's fine. Just don't look at it. It comes on and off all the time. Just don't look at it.
What do you mean? If we get stuck on this trip, this is going to be a great vlog.
I bet
I'm going to be able to say, I told you so to thousands of people.
Okay, so then when we get home on Sunday and nothing's happened, I'll say I told you so. Because how many of us just drive with the engine light on?
Nobody does that.
All of us.
Before we came on this trip, we had to have something exciting happen at our house, so we were all in a kerfuffle before we got to come on this. And what happened is 3 days ago, we took Presley to the dog park. He actually apparently got some sap on his little, like the top of his bum. Not the bottom of his bum, not an inappropriate bum, but on the top of his bum. I saw a little sap there I didn't even worry about. The next day, it's a little hard, like rock hard. I'm like, oh, well, it'll eventually come out. And then it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then Anna goes, I don't like the looks of that. And as soon as Anna says, I don't like the looks of that, we have to go to we were going to go to the vet, but we tried to wash it out. When I tried to wash it out, clumps of fur came out, and then he had this red spot on him like that. So we're like, oh my God, we got to go. We got to go to the vet. So we just took him to the vet. We didn't even make an appointment. He took him there, and then they said he had a hot spot. I don't know what a hot spot is, but then they
Let me explain it. A hot spot is when something covers your fur and then it keeps the moisture in, so then it creates like bacteria and stuff on the skin. So his skin was like very irritated.
Yeah, but Presley shows no symptoms because the dog has no nerve endings. So you have no idea if anything's ever wrong with him. He just wants to eat and love you, and that's it.
Yeah, like he never shows any pain. Any pain. That's okay. Keep going.
Horrible. Anyways, so he got all the fur picked off, and then they shaved a bigger area so it could heal, and then we had to get a compound that we're going to put on it. So I had to go to the Shoppers Drug Mart pharmacy to get that. I gave it to them last night. He said, no worries, it'll be ready by 9. I go into this morning at 9, and they said, oh, we haven't even done it yet. So I had to wait for that, and then I had to get it home, and then you had to chase him around in order to sit him down, give him a treat, and then rub it on his butt. Top of his butt, not inappropriate butt. So that's how we started our trip. I feel very stressed.
No stress. There's no need to be stressed. We were just a little bit later than what we thought.
Poor Presley's bum. Were you there yet?
So I keep an alien in the car, and I figured out a way how to fix it. I'm going to put the alien underneath the foam so it stops tilting. All right, so you all asked
there
us.
yet?
You all asked us questions, and we're gonna answer them. So the first question is, what are each other's beige flags?
Woo! We don't have enough time in this podcast.
That's not very nice. I have
Vlog.
one though. Joe never.
So easy.
Joe actually never changes the toilet paper. So the toilet paper could be done.
I can't believe you're bringing up
And-
toilet paper.
So we have a toilet paper stand, and it's got like the little holder where you could hold like 4 toilet papers, and then the one that you're currently using. So that one could be done, and she will leave the empty roll there, grab one from the bottom, and just leave it on the counter, like on the sink counter. Why won't you just switch it?
It's punishment because Anna likes to put that little mobile stand in the middle of the bathroom. So in the middle of the night or whenever, I run over it and make all this noise, and then she's like, "Why are you making so much noise at 2:00 in the morning?" I'll tell you why. Because you've set booby traps in the bathroom.
You know it's there, so just go around it. I don't understand.
This is a hard lesson.
Just change the toilet
It's
paper.
a hard.
It doesn't make
lesson.
sense. Yep,
I love it. Your gray flag is my gray flag. Beige flag,
Beige
whatever.
flag.
Why is it beige? Why not gray?
All right, next question is, say something good.
Say something.
Say something good about each other's favorite movie.
Oh, you know what? This is true. It made me want to visit Cuba because the scenery is beautiful and like it's so colorful. And I like the music, not for Dirty Dancing, but I like the music, and it made me want to visit Cuba. So that's a nice little tourist attraction.
Do you think it was actually filmed in Cuba, or do you think it was a set to make it look like Cuba?
I don't know, but I want to visit the set. There's so many good things about Jaws.
Absolutely not. The only thing is like the way that they, for the time that it was filmed in,
1975.
for the way that they created like that ripped off arm and like the head that pops up, it looked pretty realistic.
It didn't look bad, right?
Yeah.
Charlie's leg. Shout out to River. Joe, show me the part with Charlie's leg.
Okay, this one's weird. Curious, how many hours can you go without having to pee?
Not very many. My mom conditioned me. I would say for me it's probably and especially if I'm thinking about it, now I have to pee.
Yeah.
Now I have to pee.
She can't even sit through an entire movie without
drink a lot
getting
of
up
pop.
and going to pee. Meanwhile, she's drinking pop, I'm drinking water, but I still, anyways.
Let's be honest.
I can do this
popcorn. I don't even know if you drink during the movie. You just eat popcorn.
I definitely drink water for sure. But anyways, I can do this entire trip without stopping. This one, on the other hand, has to stop 2 times.
Well, now we're going to have to stop. I'm not even in Peterborough.
So every time that we drive to and from Montreal, Joe always points out a Harvey's and says, "This is where I lost my fob." So this time, I saw it.
2, I left them there, and obviously I had a backup. I had 2, one for both cars that I had at the time, and I obviously had a backup, which is why when we got in the car, I could continue driving because there was another one there. But I left 2 fobs. Do you have any idea what that replacement value? It has scarred me. I called that Harvey's. I talked to the manager. Nothing.
Anyways, I called it before she even said it. I saw the Harvey's and I was like, "Look,
doesn't let me tell the story."
So she doesn't have to say the story again, but she just said it again.
You know what Canada doesn't do well? This is a long drive of nothingness. We have 2 stops that you can make. I don't know why there's not a Krispy Kreme right there. Do you know how busy that Krispy Kreme would be if we should just buy a Krispy Kreme and put it right there, because they do nothing. There's 2 en routes and that's it.
First of all,
no malls.
where are the animals gonna live, and where are people gonna farm?
Nobody's farming here.
But animals are
grass.
living there.
I'll just take a little corner up for a Krispy Kreme.
Animals need a home too, Joe.
Maybe they like donuts.
No.
And this is the what?
A Big Apple.
Thank God we stopped.
It's the Big Apple.
That's a big apple. Out of order. I want one. Ooh.
I can get this.
Apple rings. I don't want that. Apple strudel. And blueberry strudel. I like blueberry better. Caramel apple tarts. Now that's more my speed. The problem is, guys, every single thing in here has cinnamon. Like, ooh, honey.
I found an apple.
Oh, Anna thinks this is the perfect. She thinks I think this is the perfect travel.
Because you said so.
Never one time. Somebody needs to turn that on. I turn it on. Where do I get a ticket? Okay, so this is the only thing I could get because everything else had cinnamon in it.
But this is the real representation of our lives. Covered in sugar and no sugar.
I'm gonna bite this. This isn't. Oh, so good.
Bite it, baby.
Do you know how hard this is to bite? We're gonna end up at the dentist. I can't. I can't bite it. Somebody get me a knife.
And we also got some dried apples.
Well, this doesn't look good. You know what this reminds me of? Remember, it's wet. Remember when you were a kid and you'd be at school and they'd give you a dried face and you turn it into a grandma?
No.
You let the apple get like a little whatever and you turn it into a grandma face. Or a grandpa face.
It was delicious.
No, it's not.
I like it.
It's like, on the outside it's like soft, and the inside it's still kind of hard like an apple.
No, it's not.
It's squeegee.
It's all spongy.
But nobody wants this.
I enjoy it.
I still have apple. Leftover mushy apple grandma face taste.
Listen, I offered you water and I offered you a gum, to which you both said no to, so it is on you now. Okay. What's your favorite planet and why?
Saturn. All the rings. But you know what? I feel really bad for Pluto.
So do I. Pluto should always be included.
I'm going to say Pluto, you know, I don't know. I feel bad. It was a planet for all those years and then just have it taken away. I guess it's really not taken away. We misidentified it. We should have let him self-identify. Pluto self-identify. What's your favorite planet?
Earth. Oh, obviously.
That guy got a flat tire.
Don't say that.
That guy got a flat tire. He's fixing it.
I thought you were saying it for us.
No, why would I wish us a flat tire?
That's why I said don't say that.
I said that guy got a flat tire.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we answered this question so many times, but we'll answer it again. How'd we meet? When are we getting married? And how long have we been together?
Okay, number one, we met because Anna saw my TikTok and she said, woo-ee, that's a lesbian Justin Bieber.
That's exactly what I said.
And then
I was scrolling through TikTok
slid into my DM on Instagram.
Slid into her DMs. We have been together
and she said, you're killing the TikTok game. I got my first girl and then I proposed.
Which is funny because at that time, she only had 6,000 followers and I had 40,000. And I said, you're killing the TikTok game. Anyways, we've been together a little over 3 years and we have no wedding plans yet. We
have some wedding plans, but they're secret wedding plans, and you're gonna have to go watch the show Love, Lies, and Videotape. Listen, we can't tell you all the wedding plans, but Anna already knows her outfit.
I know what I want my dress to look like. I haven't picked it out yet, but I have an idea of what I want it to look like.
Yeah, and I kind of know what I'll wear.
And you can watch how I proposed to her on
TikTok. Babe, why are you sniffing so much?
The AC is constantly hitting me.
The AC doesn't make you sniff.
Yes, it does.
Why would the AC make you sniff?
Because that's how my body works.
What do you mean that's how your
when
body
I have
works?
air in my face, that's what happens.
You put a fan right beside your face all night.
And then in the morning you say, you sniff too loud.
So why do you put the fan on your face?
Because I like it. What is your favorite thing about each other?
We have typical answers to this. Because typically I say your authenticity and you say my hair.
No, that's not true. I mean, I do love your hair, but that's not my answer.
What's your typical answer?
My typical answer is the way that, like, you're always supporting, but, like, you always support with your whole heart in. You're not just like, yeah, I'm supporting whatever, but you're like, no.
Gotta go all in.
Yeah.
All the chips on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now,
but something that I haven't answered.
Atypical.
Yeah, I haven't answered this one before, but Joe does, like, really small things. So, like, for example, the other morning we were eating breakfast and she goes, oh, I'm only going to use the big spoons because I know that you love using the little spoons. And she just changed it, and now she doesn't use little spoons anymore, and she just uses the big spoons so that I can have all the little spoons. Like, it's just little things that...
It's so nice to know that you are impressed by those little things. Here I am trying to buy you, like, you know, because that's my love language. I'm trying to buy you things all the time. All I had to do was shift to the different sizes.
Spoons, yeah.
My thing is that you push me a little bit out of my comfort zone, but you do it softly. So, like, I can be a very big homebody, like significant homebody, right? And so this one will look at me in the day and she'll be like, baby, what are we going to do today? And my response will be, we're going to sit right here and we're going to put on a show. And she'll be like, okay. And then I'll look at her because she doesn't ever push too hard. It's not like we have to go. And she'll be like, you know what? But there's this ball thing in Toronto. I'm like, ball thing? What are you talking about? That's just showing me videos. And then I'll be like, oh, so, okay, so let's go do the ball thing, which we haven't done yet. Oh, bubble. But it's just things like that, because then she pushes me a little bit out of my comfort zone, and then all of a sudden we're just doing cool things, and, you know, that I'd still be at home watching Buffy. So I love that.
Okay.
Are we there yet?
Quite a few people asked if we've ever been to Sudbury, but what's in Sudbury that...
Nickel.
Like it was
nickel
more...
mining. I've been to Sudbury because I drove across the country to go to Simon Fraser, which is in BC, my first year at university, out with my mom and my grandma. Guys, that was not a trip for the faint of heart. First of all, on the way there, I had the flu, but my mom didn't believe me I had the flu. She thought I was just trying to be awkward. I felt sick the entire way. My grandma yelled at me the entire way because my grandma also thought I was being awkward, and I was sitting in the back with all of my stuff for all of university year, all the way there. And then we finally get there, and they drop me off, and they drive back, and then they both got the flu. So then they had to call me and say, oh, you really had the flu.
Was that in Sudbury?
Well, we drove through Sudbury.
Oh.
And that's where the nickel mining is. That's all I know about Sudbury, nickel.
Anyways, multiple people asked if we would go to Sudbury, or if we haven't ever been to Sudbury. Yeah, either or.
We should probably drive up there, meet the people.
Okay.
How far is Sudbury?
Don't know. Another beige flag. Joe has sheets that aren't like
so rude.
Like it's children's sheets.
They're not children.
Star Wars
for a king size bed.
She's got Mickey Mouse, Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
Like,
listen, they're Pottery Barn sheets, which are lovely. You've never lied on a nicer sheet. And they remind me of my childhood. Why is that a great flag?
Because I would like to sleep on just like a plain...
A migraine flag are your plain sheets. Oh, here's my gray flag. Are you ready?
Okay.
My gray flag is the fact that you drive way too fast.
Also, it's not a gray flag, it's a beige flag.
Whatever. My beige flag, and she has an automatic car, but she always puts up the emergency brake, which makes no sense. You just pull the unless you're on a major incline. She's in the driveway.
Just making sure it's going nowhere.
Beige flag. But too fast. She drives too fast, and she tells me I don't drive too fast. She drives too fast. Takes the corners too hard. She thinks she's Mario Andretti.
Listen, I know how to take a corner. That's all I have to say. Are you a cat person or a dog person?
Instinctually a cat person. I love Presley. I love dogs. It's just that there's so much work, and Presley just cost us $600 because for some reason, you know, they get into things, and then I love him more than I love dogs too much. It's too much love. It's too much. When he had that twisted spleen, I slept with him on the floor.
It's true.
For 2 weeks, and now if the guy sneezes, I'm rushing him to the vet. It's too much love. Too much.
I used to be a dog person. You can ask me anything about dogs. I know how to train them. I know like literally everything about dogs. Anytime that Presley has something wrong, I can tell.
Like that.
And then they're like, oh, Anna said so and so.
Off to the vet.
Anyways, but I ever since I met Ripley. Ever since I met Ripley, I've become very much a cat person.
Like insanely so. In comparison, I don't know if I'm a cat or a dog person, considering how much. Anna has spent at least 10 hours on Google trying to figure out what Ripley says, like the slow blink, and what her tail means, and what it means when she...
Yeah, because I know everything about dogs, because I've always wanted a dog. I never had a dog, and I never paid attention to cats, and so now I have a cat, and I love her so much, and I don't know what she's like trying to tell me, or if she feels okay, if she's happy, what she needs. So I have to look it up, and so I'm doing all this research now about cats, and I've become a crazy cat lady. How far along are you guys?
Like, are we pregnant? Are you pregnant?
I'm not pregnant.
Not pregnant?
Are you pregnant?
I don't think so.
We're not pregnant.
Oh, maybe it means like how far along. Right now, we are at Loyalist Road before Belleville. We passed the Big Apple. There's no other landmarks at all besides really boring highway. I can't tell.
I think this is a riddle.
Belleville.
I have.
No. We're in Belleville.
Okay, right there. Great. We're in Belleville.
A riddle.
I think it's a riddle. I have a head like a cat and feet like a cat. I am not a cat. What am I? I'm gonna have to think about this one and get back to you.
I don't like it.
So, Joe can't eat the apple pie that they serve at McDonald's because it has cinnamon in it. But they have a new pie, which is cookies and cream, and I want her to order the cookies and cream to see if she can taste it. And this.
Please have your 4-digit My Rewards code ready to start collecting.
My rewards code's on my phone.
Say no. So, anyways, this one has a play space, which means that the odds of getting a cake are forever in our favor.
May the odds be forever in your favor. He's not coming back because he heard I don't have no code. How you doing? Can I get a McDouble meal, no onion, with an orange Fruitopia? And you guys have a new pie of some sort, cookies and cream.
We did have the strawberry pie, but we're actually out of it.
Do you have a cookies and cream pie?
No, we don't. I don't think that's out yet.
Okay.
Out of it yet.
And I have another random question. Some McDonald's with playhouses have birthday cakes. Do you guys have that?
No, we don't.
Okay. Then that's all I would like. Listen, McDonald's. I'm gonna need you to pull it together. I can't have disappointment on this level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I come here all the time. Maybe you work up a cake, send it out to me. Somebody from your organization can contact me. I want a cake with Ronald on it. I prefer a Grimace or a Hamburglar.
I can't believe I've been disappointed so many times with this cake now, and they didn't even have the cookies and cream one that I really wanted you to try.
They don't even have a strawberry one. Oh my God, I love your pins!
I love your TikTok show.
Oh, thank you so
I got
much.
this for you guys.
Oh, birthday presents. Thank you.
Meals on me today. You guys have a
You
great
bought
one.
my meal?
I bought you your meal today.
Thank you, Linda.
You're welcome.
Linda.
Thank you for coming to McDonald's.
Listen, Linda.
Hey.
Thank you so much.
Love
This
ya.
is awesome.
That was so nice.
Okay, Linda just made my day. I was having some, McDonald's, let's say, regret
Letdowns.
or some letdowns. And Linda, out of the
Disappointment.
blue, with all these lovely pins on her, she
was
loved
so
our
lovely.
She was so nice. And she bought me my cheeseburger meal, my McDouble meal. I've never had anybody do that at any McDonald's. But she didn't even know the problems we were having with the cake and the pie and the whatever. I love Linda.
Linda's so nice. It's my turn to eat, so now we're at A&W.
Wait to hear this order.
Welcome to Italy. What can I get for you?
How you doing? What's your thickest burger? The Uncle Burger?
Yep.
Could I just need the Uncle Burger with cheese, but like in a cup or something, no bun. Like in a dish, or like, you know what I mean?
So just a meat patty.
Just the meat patty and the cheese, yeah. Get McDonald's, we get A&W, and we park to eat it. Want to know why? Because Anna says, you can't drive and eat at the same time, but I'm like, that's not the case. And then she goes to pick up the bag, and she drops half my McDonald's fries under the chair.
I did.
So, number one, I needed more fries. But number two, and she goes, you never eat them all anyway. Number two,
It's true.
she goes, you can't eat and drive like a hamburger, and that's distracted driving. I said, just like a phone?
Yeah, it's
Have
the
a
same
phone in
thing.
your hand.
Yeah.
No, I want to know,
Phone and burger.
anybody
is
who's
the same
listening to this
thing.
right now, I want to know, anybody's got a hamburger ticket.
Well, it's not called a hamburger ticket, just like it's not called a phone ticket. It's just called distracted driving ticket.
I want in the comments, I want to know if anybody's got in, like you have a coffee in your hand, same thing?
I
No.
believe so.
I'm just
yeah.
getting pulled over left, right, and center for having their phones in their hand. I've seen women do full faces of makeup.
Guilty.
Nothing
sure.
happens.
I know, but it's still called distracted driving, and you still get a ticket for it.
Nobody's getting a hamburger ticket.
Another question. What does your playlist sound like on a road trip?
Okay, I'm gonna need you to pause. You need to pause right now because I need to ask these guys a question. Who gets to control the radio when you're in the car? The driver or the passenger?
The passenger.
The driver.
The passenger's
Whoever
always...
drives gets control. That's why all
The
of the
passenger
radios,
is always DJ.
Look, it's tilted.
Everybody knows that the passenger's always DJ.
Look, I have controls of of the radio and whatever right on the steering wheel.
Yeah,
that indicates
No.
the driver gets it.
No, that's if you're all on your own. But if you're on a road trip and you have a passenger, the passenger's job is to be DJ.
No, I disagree. You can come up with some ideas, but the driver gets to dictate
No.
what kind of music they're going to listen to.
Anyways,
I'm the one that needs to stay away.
They will let us know what the deal is. But the rule is passengers DJ.
Absolutely not. Are we there yet?
Another.
Almost?
I don't think so.
What are you... Another beige?
Hello? All right, another beige flag.
Baby.
You have so many action figures.
What?
All these little Buffy toys and
Shots fired!
Star Wars toys, and they're all on display. That's a big beige flag.
It's only a beige flag if I'm living in the basement of my mom's house. My mom lives in my basement.
It's a lot of toys.
Listen, it's
what
my
are they
childhood.
called? What are those called now? The big babies that you put on top of all the
Cabbage
TVs?
Patch Kids, you
So-
uncultured
So many Cabbage Patch Kids.
tyrant of
my
toys.
gosh. So many.
It makes me endearing, lovable,
It makes you a child.
playful.
A child.
Listen, your beige flag?
What is it?
Your beige flag. Tell the people where you get your news from.
TikTok?
No. What's your show? I gotta go watch my news program.
Oh yeah, it's like the celebrity.
She calls it the news.
What do you call that?
I'm gonna
those
go watch
celebrity
the
shows?
news. Guys, it's not even like Entertainment Tonight celebrity.
It's called Celebrity
bad
News.
podcast, crappy celebrity news.
It is called celebrity news.
So
It's
if you
the
wanted
word-
to say to me, Joe, I'm gonna go get my celebrity news. That's right.
The
My
word news
celebrity
is in it.
Doesn't matter.
It's the
Celebrity news. Nothing's verified. We know now. 99%. It's always lies.
Not true.
Lies upon lies upon lies.
We are stuck in traffic and we got a lot of questions about cars, so let's talk about cars.
Car question.
So the first question was, what was your first car?
My first car was it looked like a little jelly bean. It was like an X90, like a Suzuki, I think X90.
That's a funny word.
It was this tiny little car, and it was blue. Guys, go look it up. Suzuki X90.
My first car was a Honda Civic. It was burgundy, and his name was Calvin.
I don't name my car, but I hit a telephone pole with that car and totaled it.
Oh.
And it cracked the telephone pole in half, and instead of the telephone pole falling on top of me, it cracked and fell that way. Who knows why?
Okay, the second question about cars was, do either of you get car sick? And before she answers, this one likes to pretend that she gets car sick because she likes to drive and be in control. But I found this.
Oh, see? It always falls when you're lying.
Everything just
Lying!
I'm not lying. Because we went to New York, and in New York she was totally fine in the Uber. So
You know
explain
why?
that.
Because New York drivers are a special kind of driver.
No.
Look,
No.
you are from New York, you know.
No.
They drive
No.
smooth.
Absolutely not. She likes to be in control. She couldn't be in control in an Uber. We didn't have a car, so she just sat through it.
The reason why I get car sick, you want to know what the reason is? Let me show you. That's it. Some people, this is how they drive.
Do that.
They put the foot on the gas and then, or they don't even put their foot on the brake. They just drive like lots of gas, and then take their foot off. Gas.
Stop doing that.
Exactly. Exactly my point.
But I don't do that. So
You're kind
there's
of like
no-
that. Want to know why she's like that? She's like Mario Andretti. Right fast off the mark.
None of this is true. And then there was, what's your dream car?
Go ahead, you gangsta.
I like a Cadillac. I want to have a burgundy Cadillac with the light brown beige interior. That's my car.
I'm going 67 Mustang, baby blue convertible, white interior.
Why she likes old things.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Well, we're stuck in traffic. You may as well just pull over here.
I can't go out there. That's where ticks live.
It's true. Are we going to the Metallica concert?
Yes.
No, absolutely not.
Change of plans. That's where we'll do the Little's birthday party.
No, thank you.
Hey, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Why do black cars look better in the shade?
I don't know.
Black cars look better in the... You don't know that song?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know Black Cars Look Better in the Shade, that song?
Obviously not.
Gotta go pee, gotta go pee. The funny thing about Anna is she keeps getting mad at me for having to go to the bathroom and then lets me come in here by myself when she knows there's a Tim Hortons right there. And I'm gonna get another coffee.
I have been doing this drive for years now, and I do it in one shot. I never stop. I just don't stop. I just drive the whole way through. We have stopped 3 times already. 3 times. I don't understand why she needs to pee so much.
Hi, baby. I brought you a tea.
It's very nice.
I brought you a tea. I'll need to go just one more time, probably. Just one more time.
I can't.
Okay, so we've hit a bit of a roadblock. Literally, there's no exits, and now we're just stopped in traffic
For an hour and a half.
because we were following Anna's GPS on her car, but it doesn't tell you when there's going to be problems. So we've driven into one.
And there's no exit.
We're
so
just
we'll
stopped.
take it out.
It's not slow moving traffic. It's stopped.
Like, we could put the car in park.
Park. Nothing. No movement. Where am I gonna go pee next?
Right there.
Guys, I'm not into it. We're dead stopped. Dude decided, forget it. I'm just gonna walk. Just in case anybody was doubting me. That's lots of dust and stand by. A check engine light. And now we're going to sit in traffic. We're still here. We've maybe moved 30 feet. Possibly. We're still here. Everybody on a motorcycle goes on the soft shoulder, flies right by. Now, just to fill you in, I started getting a migraine about half an hour ago. But it's okay because I had Advil in my suitcase and I went back, took it out, gave it to me. I took whatever I had to take and it's now, calming down. The problem is I get like an aura. So usually I get spots, but I'm not getting that. But now when I go to think about a word to put in, I can't think about the word. Exactly.
Where are you putting the word in?
I can't think of the right word. So I'm trying to have conversations and I don't make any I don't make any sense. Now Anna's just making fun of me. It's not fair.
Oh, because you just said I don't
I'm
make
stuck
any
in the middle of nowhere and we're never getting out. A beige flag. Are you guys ready for a beige flag? Are you ready? You're gonna experience this in real time. Anna doesn't know what I was gonna do. 3, 2, 1.
Stop it. You don't need it.
There's 2 deaths on our windshield.
No.
Like bug A, butterfly A, butterfly B.
The windshield fluid is only used when needed. And not to mention that when you do need it, you squirt like, and that's it. And you make do with that. This one holds it down. I hold it down enough so as if she's trying to water the desert. And uses so much of my water. You don't need it.
The butterfly's still over there.
You don't need it. You can live with it. It's fine. It's not impeding your vision. You don't need to use it. Because then what happens?
Beige flag.
Because then what happens on the day that I actually do need it, I'm not going to have any and I'm going to have to stop it. And I'm going to have to pull over I can't. Stop doing it. No.
She has more in the back right now.
Stop it. There's no need for that.
I have a beige flag for me that Anna hasn't said, but I'll tell you, we told you the Presley story about how we had to wash him off and then all of his fur came out. We had to take him to the vet. Now his whole back end is shaved and he has to get cream on it. It's a nightmare. But I didn't tell you the funny part. The funny part was when we took him into the backyard, I turned on the hose to wash him with the shampoo. Mom's out there, Annie's out there, we're trying to hold him, we're trying to wash him down, I'm getting, and all of a sudden half of his fur's falling out. It's all terrifying. We gotta take him to the vet. So all three of us go back into the house and we rush him to the vet. And we get him all taken care of. It costs $550. We come home, everything's okay, we get him settled down, he's gone through hell and back, we go to sleep, and I wake up at 6 o'clock and I go,
The
Did I shut
water's
off the
on.
water?
She left the hose on.
I didn't.
The entire time.
I
And
didn't.
it's not the first time that she's done it.
Everybody was back there. I didn't even know.
I'm pretty sure this is the third time that she has left
Hose
the water on.
into the. So I walk downstairs and I can hear, because you can always hear when the water's on. I can hear. Oh no, that's on for sure. And I go outside at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I see. It's amazing it hadn't flooded everything, but it wasn't super high. But it was like the hose was just into the grass. It wasn't like anywhere else, and it was just running a stream.
So we finally made it past the traffic. We're going again, and now
Stand by. You don't know what's wrong with the road? Nothing.
Well,
we just shut the whole thing down.
No, we didn't see it. They took us off the highway and then made us take a different turn, but it was like quite a bit of space. So in the part that we couldn't see, I'm thinking that's where something was happening.
I'm thinking somebody's having a good laugh. That's what I'm thinking.
So now we're headed to Saint-Hubert.
Thank God.
It is the best place ever, really.
It's like Swiss Chalet for
But
Canadians, but better because I like the sauce better. For Americans, I don't know if it's like Mary Brown's Chicken. I don't know what it's like, but it's a nice restaurant. So we'll give you a scan of what we're going to get when we get there. But I'm so excited. My stomach.
I'm starving.
So hungry.
I'm excited.
It says 8 minutes, but I don't know if I can make it.
We're almost there, team. It's been
8
like
hours.
7 hours. Look at how beautiful it is. We have made it. Go check out their menu. Let us know what you'd have. It's so beautiful. Took us forever to get here, but we finally did. We're at my parents' house. We're gonna go eat. Thanks for hanging out. We will see you on our way back.
In like 2 seconds for you, because we're just going to start this all over again driving the other way, but we have surprises on the way home.
And we're back. We're
Woo!
on our way home now.
Guys,
Joe has quite the story to
not
tell.
for the faint of heart was my story. Not for the faint of heart. We get up in the morning. I've been battling headaches for the last little while. Everybody keeps saying it's stress, it's something, it's all the, whatever. I don't know what it is. But I get headaches, and what I used to get what I thought were migraines. I was mistaken. Anything I've had before yesterday was not a migraine. Yesterday was a migraine.
This one did not participate in the children's birthday party.
I did participate in throwing up in the woods. I must have seemed like I got to meet her Listen, I'm making no good first impressions because I get out of the car, I look like death, I think I'm gonna die. The pain in my head and my face was so overwhelming. I thought blood must have been pouring out, and I have taken all these meds, and then I'm like, Anna looks at me, she goes, "You look really pale. You should go sit down in the car."
It was like looking at a ghost.
Go sit down in the car. I said, okay. So I go sit down in the car, and then it gets worse, and then it gets worse, and people keep coming up and asking, they're so lovely, what they can do, and I'm like, get off my head. And then the last fateful time she comes, she goes, maybe we should go to the doctor's. I'm like, I'm gonna call my mom. I don't think the doctor's, whatever. I call my mom, and as I'm talking to my mom, I hand her the phone and I say,
I'm gonna puke.
And
she gets out of the car, runs into the woods, and
it's the first time I've thrown up in 15 years. The last time was lesbian flu of Toronto. People know who I'm talking about who are lesbians. There's a lesbian flu that was in Toronto like 15 years ago. It almost killed me. This would last the next time, 15 years later.
Okay, so we're at this place where it's basically a giant tree house type thing. It's in the forest, so obviously the bugs are out, the mosquitoes are out.
I was just in the forest.
Throwing up.
Yeah.
Anyways, so you get a mosquito bite in Toronto and you have like the tiniest little bump and then you go by your day. These mosquitoes attacked me and then I showed Jo my ankle and she goes,
Did you twist your ankle?
that's how swollen
This morning
my
she showed it to me, because yesterday I couldn't see.
that's how swollen my ankle was from a mosquito bite. I did not twist my ankle, but that's how big it is.
Side note, Tim Hortons, baby.
We left at 9:30. It is 10:04.
I haven't even had a coffee yet.
This one's already stopping.
Tim Hortons line.
It was too long.
It wasn't even moving. They had like one girl that didn't even know where the donuts were kept. We left.
Anyway, so we didn't get anything there.
Starving.
And then now I'm pretty sure we missed the exit for McDonald's.
You couldn't have missed the exit.
I'm pretty sure we did.
I didn't see. You would have seen the golden arches. They're evident. But the headache story wasn't. The migraine story wasn't done.
Oh, sorry.
It wasn't done. Because I was dying in the woods, and then she keeps coming back and going in and playing with the kids, and then coming back and checking on me, and then the whole party's over, and she says, "Babe, do you want to go back to the house for presents and cake, or do you want to go back to her mom's house and lie down?" I said, "Back to your mom's house, please." She goes, "Okay." So please, and then Anna decides to off-road from the forest to her mom's house.
My mom
This
lives.
was the road.
Stop. My mom lives in the country, so the roads are bumpy.
Guys,
I can't control
I thought
that.
I was going to die. Anyways, we get to a pharmacy where she's going to go in and going to get some Advil, extra strength Advil. So easy. She goes in. Half an hour later,
I was in there forever.
she comes out and she goes, "I had to register." I said, "You had to register?" And I can't even formulate words. And she tells me this story. You all know how Anna tells stories about how she had to register for the Advil. They didn't want her getting extra
Because you
strength.
can't get it off the shelf. You had to get it over the counter.
What's going on?
I figured it out. I put a
Side
piece of
note,
gum.
There's gum on the counter
stand.
stopping it from moving.
Yay!
Okay, so
Anyways,
she has to register.
I could not get the Advil from the shelf. I had to get it over the counter. And apparently I already had an account and
Wait, so she was in there forever, had to register. The guy kept saying, "Why don't you just get regular strength and double the doses?" And we could just double the dose and it was no big deal. Just give us the extra strength Advil. What is going on in Quebec? Are there Advil overdoses? What is happening? Anyway, she finally comes back in. But at that point, she missed my extra text, which I asked very nicely, just for an apple. That's all I wanted, just for an apple. And she comes back in the car. "I said, baby, did you give me an apple?" "I didn't get that text." "Well, you were in there for 3 hours. How come you didn't get that text?" Bump, 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 bumps. She comes back out, and then she goes back in. She goes, "I'm going to get you some food." I said, "Great." And I just wanted plain potato chips, but apparently plain potato chips weren't up to her level, so I got the apple, plain potato chips. She drove me home. We finally got home. I didn't die, but I got home, and it finally started to, like, subside a little bit. So, like, I didn't want to die. Like, when I was throwing up in the forest, guys, I thought my eyes were going to fall out of my head. I've never felt so much excruciating pain before in my entire life.
But it was excruciating because it was in her head.
Ooh. So we get home, and then she's at the party for a while, and she calls me probably around 4, "Do you want anything to eat?" And I said, "What? Maybe some, like,
She goes,
chicken noodle soup."
And I go, "Chicken noodle?" And she goes, "Yes." So what do I do? A loving
She
girlfriend
goes
that
and
I am.
buys the family pack of chicken noodle soup, and then comes home and doesn't know how to make it.
But I made it anyway.
I just thought, swing by Tim Hortons
That's
and
not
get
what
some
she said.
soup.
That's not what she said.
I did not
She
say
said,
that. I thought
want
everything
chicken
in
noodle
our
soup.
world meant
so
to
I
go
got
out and
chicken
get
noodle
something
soup,
and we come
then
back.
I came home and I didn't know how to make it, and I made it for her. Period.
Wonder why I
Because
have
I am a loving girlfriend.
I have a pot of it in the back. We had to stop again to go to another Tim Hortons. It looks the exact same as the first Tim Hortons that we went to, but there's a bigger line here. But I did find this moose.
Okay, I have a question for you. What is the wildest animal that you've seen in the wild?
In the wild, one time I saw, I think, a baby right whale, like a small right whale. I was kayaking off Tadoussac. Tatsac. And, which is up the St. Lawrence. And then the camera fell. Anyways, and he came relatively close to the kayak that I was in, which was kind of crazy. But you know me, I want to be in the water.
Sure
that water because it was you get hypothermia in like 4 minutes. It's real cold. What'd you see?
I've seen, I saw a cub, a baby bear, but we were in the car, and then I said, you gotta make sure you stay in the car because where there's a cub, there's a mama bear. And I've seen a moose, basically in my backyard, and I saw another bear. I was training, and I was doing altitude training on a mountain, and he was just like hanging out up there, little brown bear.
Okay, I have a better question.
Better? My question was good.
If you could see and touch and hang out with a wild animal, what would it be?
A wolf.
A wolf?
Yeah.
And would you just
And
walk
wolf
right
pack.
up to it? You just walk right up to it? You wouldn't be scared?
Oh, I'd be terrified.
Would you still walk right up to it?
Probably not.
Because you know I'm getting in the water if I see humpback whale.
Yeah, but
That's
humpback
that.
whales aren't carnivores that are
That's that.
designed to eat you. Wolves are.
Now listen, sharks, I'm going to go shark diving. Me and the sharks.
Yeah.
Hugging. They like to be rubbed on the nose.
What would you like me to do with
Also,
your body?
also, silverback gorillas in Rwanda. I'm going to go do that too.
Okay.
Those 3 things. Just so you know.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. You and the wolves. We can do that in like Quebec, I think.
I don't think you can touch them.
What would you want to do? Cuddle with them?
Yeah.
Lie down?
Run with them.
Run with the wolves!
Obviously, if we're going to keep doing these vlogs, we need to find a better mechanism for this.
This isn't working at all, but I mean, we just need a suction to stick it to it. Stick it to it.
There it goes.
It's gonna go. Okay, so we're driving, and all of a sudden we saw this thing sticking out of the ground. And I said, "Oh, don't tell them! You're gonna ruin this surprise."
Sorry.
All of the build-up, but you're never gonna imagine what the hand is. What?
It's wolfsbane.
Wolfsbane? It's so weird. In fact, do you know what it looks like?
What does
It
it
looks
look
like the last scene of Terminator when his hand is going into the thing and he does this. You know? You know that scene?
No.
She's never seen any good movies. Wait till you see this thing. Here we go. What? It's so odd. Look at this thing.
We're in Brockville, by the way.
We're in Brockville. We'd like to know what this is.
I'm going to go high five it.
Give a high five. Yes, the veins in its whatever wrist. What does it say?
Aim for the stars. Discover your highest potential. I love it.
Discover your highest potential. Guys, it's in the middle of nowhere. Thank God we found it. Want to know why we found it? Because we're taking a trip to the Brockville Mall to find, I don't know, to find anything to buy, really. I haven't seen a mall in like so long, and yesterday I thought that was it for me. So today we're living life to the fullest. Anna says she's cutting out some of my footage.
You make the video so long.
I didn't
So
make
I'm
it long.
so
It
I
was
need to cut it.
informative. You don't have to cut it. She says, I'm
cutting
cutting it all
I'm
out.
cutting all of it.
Just so you know, when you
The
listen to
entire
this
thing, I'm
podcast,
cutting it.
there's like a good probably 70% you never got to hear.
Well, talk faster.
We're following Anna's GPS to the Brockville Mall because I'm excited to go to a mall and do a little bit of shopping. I'm good. We're gonna take you out, show you what our GPS brought us to. The Brockville Shopping Center. Look at this. Look, like what on earth? Obviously, nobody's here. This is the saddest. Look at this. Look at this. Not a single store open. The Brockville Shopping Center. How am I supposed to buy anything in there? Nothing. Right up the highway how we wanted to go. Anyways, we went into this one place, the Source. We go in, only person in there, and I try to buy a new stand for Anna because the stand that we've been using this whole trip, it broke.
It broke. This is what happened. She's like, this should be able to turn, snap, and snaps it off.
Wait a minute. If you guys are watching this, see this ball bearing? This is why our crap is like this the whole trip. So I assume this little thing turned it tighter. I said, babe, we just got to turn this tighter. And then it just snapped. That's not my fault. That's shoddy workmanship.
No, she snapped it. Obviously, it was a push and pull.
What? It's a push and pull. Look, guys, but needless to say, I bought one that functions.
We're not
right?
even driving yet. We're just start driving and we'll see.
Like off-road with this sucker. Watch this bump.
First of all, I was holding
Huge
it.
bump. Nothing.
we need to wait until we get onto the highway to test.
With the highway, I just went over train
the
tracks.
highway will tell us.
I think possibly a whole garbage bag full of stuff. I don't know. Back on the highway. No mall, but back on the highway. With another little octopus-esque thing.
So far.
Oh wait, bump. Perfect.
So far it's working.
I'm trying to hit bumps nowadays. We stopped at the Gananoque Casino because my mom and my grandma used to drive out here all the time. I've never been to this casino. It's the world's Paquito Casino. But we're gonna take Grandma Ruby with us in our bodies. Go see what this tiny casino.
We're gonna win.
We're gonna win.
Come on, Grandma.
Have to win. Let's go.
It looks like a spaceship.
It really does. What do you guys think? You think we're gonna win?
I feel like a show.
All right, so at least we both got ID'd, so I feel pretty good about our chances. And this casino looks like it's circa 1987. Anna's doing a lot of math right now, trying to decide how high she was up before we lost everything.
I was just saying, I was up 35, and then she kept
I lost
losing all of it.
I lost everything. Now, what we did find out, because I made a call to my mom in the middle of that, what game did Grandma play? Grandma never went to this casino. It was just my mom. So technically, Grandma, I mean, we didn't really lose this, but the beautiful part is when we went in there, quite a few people recognized us, but the better part of that was they said, "Are you here to play for Grandma Ruby or with Grandma Ruby?" So, you know what? If I have to lose, I'll lose with Grandma Ruby around us. That's okay. We can do that too. No more roulette though.
We just ate at Dennys because Joe was really looking forward to eating at Dennys, but she didn't love it, and I ordered nachos, and the best part of nachos is really the guac. They had no guacamole, so it was quite the letdown, but thanks, Dennys.
My stomach doesn't feel good.
We tried filming a TikTok at Dennys, and it didn't work out because we had two ideas in one TikTok.
Too
and
much.
Then instead of just doing two different TikToks, we ended up doing one. Anyways, it didn't work out.
You know what you do when you don't get, you have two ideas and you don't get no ideas? Nothing works
Yeah.
out. And then there was a lady who thought vacuuming Dennys the entire time was essential. I'm like, was there a crumb on the floor? Do you vacuum constantly 4 times in the process of us eating one meal? She vacuumed.
Anyway, so now we're gonna pull over at a different exit so that Joe can actually do a TikTok.
Guys, I can't be funny twice. It was so funny in there, but you also can't hear because of the vacuuming. And then sometimes it was muffled and Anna thought she got ice cream. Guys, it was a gong show.
The mall that Joe wanted to go to.
I thought the mall was in Brockville. It's in Belleville. And then we just drove by it.
But she passed the exit and now we're not going.
Just in case anyone's wondering, yes, that light is still on. Dismissed.